self-bias circuit. So the only difference between fixed bias and self-bias circuit is here we are having an extra source resistance RS connected between source and ground. And one more thing is the disadvantage with the fixed bias circuit is there we have to use two different types of DC voltage sources. One is VDD, the other one is minus VGG. But here we are eliminating that minus VGG. So that is the advantage here. So take the circuit diagram for this. So here also I am using N channel FET and I am using this N channel FET in common source configuration. In common source configuration. Right? So take the circuit diagram. I am taking an N channel FET. So the source terminal is connected to a resistance RS and it is grounded. Whereas the drain is connected to the resistance RD. From there we are connecting VDD. And here from gate we are having a resistance RG, but it is not connected to VGG like fixed bias. We are grounding it. And with a capacitor the input is given, and at the drain with a capacitor the output is taken. So now we will write. So this is VDD, this is RD, and the current flowing through is ID. So drain terminal, so this is source terminal. The voltage drop between drain and source is VDS. So it is plus minus. The gate terminal, generally the gate current IC is equal to 0. This is RG. The input capacitor Cin, the output capacitor Cout. So here we are applying the input, and at this capacitor the output is taken. So this is the self-bias circuit, and the most important thing is the voltage drop between gate and source, which is VGS. This resistance is RS and I am assuming the current flowing through it is IS. Generally IS will be equal to ID. IS is equal to ID. Right? So this is. So now we are going to draw the DC biasing circuit. So write that one also. So take the DC biasing circuit diagram. Right? This is VDD, RD, the current flowing through it is IT. So here also since IC is equal to 0, so RG will be short circuit. So here the VGS will be decided by this loop. So for that I am writing the KVL. So for gate to source loop, applying the KVL, I will get VGS is equal to minus VRS. Why? Because we have assumed the current direction is in this direction, because IS is in the downward direction. Then what will happen? VGS plus VRS is equal to 0. That means VGS is equal to minus VRS. Here VRS is nothing but the voltage drop across the source resistance RS. So which is equal to, I can write IS into RS. Why? Because the current flowing through it is IS. And we already know IS is ID, so put a minus sign here. VGS will be decided by minus ID into RS. That means the drain current comes into picture here in this case of self bias. Now similarly for drain to source loop, write the KVL. For drain to source loop, apply the KVL. We are going to get minus VDD plus this voltage drop IDRD plus this VDS drop plus VDS plus IS into RS is equal to 0. This is the drop. The drain to source loop means you have to follow from here, right? So why? Because this VDD you can write like this. I am representing with a dotted line. It will be like this. You can count like this. So this is plus minus VDD. So for this loop, if you apply KVL, you will get this equation. But here I have written directly. I am considering this as plus and minus, right? So from this, ID is equal to same IS. So I can write ID is equal to simply VDD minus VDS divided by RD plus RS. This is the expression for drain current. And similarly, VDS is equal to VDD minus ID into RD plus RS. So now if we can represent graphically, I am drawing the transfer characteristics. The transfer characteristics are like this. The transfer characteristics are drawn between ID and VGS. Here I am taking VGS, so it will be like this. So this point is VP, pinch off voltage. So the maximum is IDSS. So I think you may have confusion how this was come. What is Shockley equation? The current equation here I am writing ID is equal to IDSS into 1 minus VGS divided by VP total whole square. Right. Here ID will be is equal to IDSS when VGS is equal to to 0 volts, right? Then only ID will be IDSS. So when VGS 0, ID is maximum value, IDSS. So this is the point 0. When VGS is equal to VP, so put VGS is equal to VP, then what will happen? 1 minus 1, ID will be 0. That is the reason why your point is lying in this. Right. So now on this we have to find out what is the position of our VGS. In case of fixed bias, we got our VGS corresponding to Q point as minus VGG, somewhere you are located. So corresponding projection onto this, we have find out the ID. Are you getting my point? In the previous fixed bias configuration, by analyzing the drain to source loop, we have derived ID. So corresponding position onto this will going to give the Q point. But here in case of this, VGS is equal to minus ID into RS. ID is on y-axis. Are you getting my point? And so this equation is simply resembling like a straight line passing through horizon. Why? Because when ID is equal to 0, VGS 0 means this is the point. Right? Both are 0. When you increase the VGS, your ID value changes. So your equation is simply looking like a straight line passing through horizon like this. Simply it is looking like y is equal to mx. You already know it is a straight line passing through horizon. So if I can draw, it will be like this. Assume it as a straight line, not this. Right? So this point where it is touching this transfer curve will be the q-cent point. So the corresponding projection onto ID will be is your IDQ. The q-cent point drain current, and the corresponding projection onto this will be the VGSQ. So this is how we have to find out the q-cent point. So here this q-cent point depending upon this RS value also. So by changing this RS value, your point is going to move up downwards. Right? Why? Because the slope will change upward or downward direction based upon this RS value. So if the slope is decreasing, changing like this means the q-cent point will move downward direction. If it is increased means the q-cent point will move in the upward direction. So this is about self-biased circuit. Right? So now we are going to discuss about the final one, voltage divider bias circuit. Now we are going to discuss voltage divider bias circuit. So this voltage divider bias circuit diagram is analogous to the voltage divider bias circuit we have used in BJT. So take the circuit diagram. So here also I am drawing the circuit diagram for N-channel FET in common source configuration. So N-channel FET in common source configuration. So I am taking a N-FET arrow mark. So the voltage divider network means it consists of two resistors R1 and R2 which are connected at the input side. Right? So gate is connected to capacitor, input capacitor, output capacitor connected across the drain. So this resistance is RD and the current flowing through it is ID, and this is VDD. The voltage divider network R1, R2, right? So the current which is flowing through the gate IG is equal to 0 amperes, you already know. So this is gate terminal. The voltage drop between gate and source is VGS. This is source resistance RS and the current flowing through it is, I am assuming it as IS. Generally it is equal to ID. So between drain and source, the voltage drop is output voltage drop VDS. So this is output capacitor C out across which the output V out is measured. This is C in input capacitor across which we will apply the input signal V. So this is the voltage divided by a circuit. It is similar to the BJT we have used. So we are having the resistance R1 and R2. So here the important point is I am assuming the voltage drop across R2 as Vg. Right? Why Vg? And one more thing is here the current which is flowing through gate is 0. So generally the current from VDD, whatever the current occurs from VDD will flow from R1 to R2, and these two will be in series connection. Why? Because I am doing the DC biasing, means capacitor C1 and C2 are eliminated. So once again draw the circuit diagram for DC biasing. So I am taking the DC biasing circuit diagram. So gate terminal, the current is 0. This is VDD. Here also VDD. The current flowing it is ID, and this resistance value is RD. Plus minus VDS. This is the source terminal, drain terminal. The current flowing it is IC, which will be equal to ID. RS, row source resistance RS, the voltage divider network R1, R2, and plus minus VGS. So here our main concentration is to find out the expression for this VGS. So here parallelly I am drawing the output characteristics. So the transfer characteristics curve. Right, ID versus VGS. Right, and right, so this is the pinch of voltage, and this point is IDSS. This is 0. So right, now come here. So since the gate current is 0, that means there is no current flowing through. This means whatever the current caused due to this VDD flowing through R1 will be same across R2. But the drops are same. Why? Because the resistance values R1, R2 are same. Are you getting my point? So I am assuming the current which is flowing through R1 is IR1, and the current which is flowing through R2 is IR2. So we can write from circuit diagram, I can write IR1 is equal to IR2. Why? Because they are in series. And generally the drop will be equal to VDD by R1 plus R2. Right? And here I have assumed the voltage drop across R2 is VG. So now for this loop, I am applying the KVL for gate to source loop, applying KVL. So I can write, I am assuming the current is flowing like this. right? So I will write VG I am assuming the current is flowing like this. Why? Because IS direction is like this. So I can write minus VG plus VGS minus, plus this drop. I am assuming this drop as VRS. So VRS is equal to 0. Here VRS means the voltage drop across this RS. So I am assuming it as VRS. VRS is nothing but the current flowing through that into that resistance value. So from this I can write VGS is equal to VG minus, I am taking to the right side. VRS is nothing but IS into RS. IS is ID, so I can write VGS is equal to VG minus ID into RS. And similarly for drain to source loop. So here I am writing for drain to source loop, applying KVL. So you can get from bottom, from top I am writing minus VDD plus IDRD plus VDS plus IDRS is equal to 0. Actually here the drop is ISRS. I am replacing IS with ID. So from this I can write the expression for VDS is equal to VDD minus, if you take ID as common, it will be RS plus RD. So this expression is going to give what is the drain to source voltage. And similarly, ID is equal to VDD minus VDS divided by RS plus RD. RS plus RD. Right? So now we are going to find out what is the Q point. So first we will identify what is VGS. So this equation, how it is looking like, actually this is ID, not IR. Make that correction, ID. Why? Because IS is equal to ID. So this equation, if you can put ID is equal to 0, ID is equal to 0, then VGS will be equal to VG. So ID is equal to 0 means this is the point. So when ID is equal to 0, VGS is not 0. In case VGS has become 0, there. Why? Because in the previous self-bias circuit, we got the expression for VGS is equal to, not VDS, VGS is equal to minus ID into RS. So when ID is equal to 0, VGS also 0. So the point started here in case of self-bias. But here it is not like that. The point is moving to VG. We don't know the VG value. Here the VG value will be decided by this resistance value and applied VDD. So here I am assuming on this VGS axis somewhere here. So it is my VG. So now if you change the value of ID and if you can find out the VGS value, so it will be a straight line like this. Initially, in the previous self-bias configuration, the line was started from the origin. Why? Because there the equation was simply looking like y is equal to mx. But here the equation is looking like this straight line, y is equal to mx plus c. Here the slope m is rs, id is and vg. VGS is on x-axis and but here we have interchanging. But it is a straight line equation, don't worry. So from this, my quiescent point will be here. It is touching my transfer characteristics here. That means the corresponding IDQ will be the projection of this. So this is IDQ. And what is the VGSQ? So this projection onto this will give VGSQ. So here this quiescent point will be shifted based upon this RS value. So suppose let us assume at this point the source resistance value is RS2. When you increase the RS value, what is going to happen is the straight line will be moved downwards. Why? Because the slope is going to change. So it will be like this. So this is the quiescent point when, let us assume this is Q1, this is Q2. So this is the quiescent point at RS1, but what is the condition? RS1 is greater than RS2. When you increase this, it is moving downwards. When you reduce it, the quiescent point will move in this direction. So when RS is decreasing, the quiescent point increasing. That means it is approaching IDSS. When you increase the RS value, it is approaching VP. So this is how the quiescent point is going to vary. So this is about voltage divider bias circuit. So what is this line indicates actually? This line is indicating that equation VGS is equal to VG minus ID into RS. What is this point? At this point, what is the VGS value? 0. That means at this point, ID will be VG by RS. Are you getting my point, guys? So at VGS is equal to 0, the current ID will be equal to, from this equation, it is VG by RS. That means here, this ID value is depending upon this RS also. So this is how the quiescent point is going to vary in fixed bias, in voltage divider bias for field effect transistor. So